Okay, I'm gonna do one more tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and record a Mother's Day story that I plan to do. I wrote this one. I don't know. I think I wrote it a couple of years ago. I remastered it for Mother's Day this year, and let me get it posted there on Facebook so people will know where I'm at. I appreciate you spending a little time with me, listening to my stories. I'm just a poor country boy from TicBite, North Carolina. That I tell true stories and I tell fiction. So tonight's story is going to be a Beagle Book Club story. So it's about talking dogs. So you know it's fiction. So here we go. Beagle Book Club, Mother's Day 2026. The Collar of Love. It was quiet this Sunday morning in Cedar Hollow. It was too quiet. The kind of quiet that doesn't feel empty, but something's just out of sight. Just a little strange. Lucinda walked the wooden halls of the K9 Special O.P.S Academy, her paws soft against the wooden floorboards polished by generations before her. Sunlight slipped through the windows in the warm beams, casting dust in the air like drifting memories. But something was different. Cadets stood in the clusters in the hallways. As Lucinda approached, they straightened up quickly. There were whispers, there were giggles, a few hurried tail wags. Andy and Mandy Beagle tried their best to look serious, but Mandy's ears twitched. She couldn't contain the excitement. Chaos wasn't there. Lucinda paused. Now that was unusual. Princess was missing too. Lucinda tilted her head slightly, a knowing look in her eyes. She murmured to herself, if Chaos is missing, there's a fair chance he's either chasing something or causing something. She gave a soft, patient smile and continued towards the chapel. The bell rang. Hey, you guys throw me a couple of likes in there. I like those. The cadets gathered inside the chapel at Cedar Hollow. The air carried the familiar scent of pine and old wood. The stained glass windows painted soft colors across the floor as Pastor Shepherd stood in the front, calm and steady as always. Today, he began, we honor something sacred, something older than the academy itself. Mothers. Because without mothers, none of us would be here. Lucinda sat quietly among the others, her posture straight, her presence calm, but her mind was still circling around the small mystery this morning. Her son was not in the service, neither were her nephew and niece. As the service continued, she noticed something else. Lucinda's eyes softened just for a moment. Several of the cadets were missing. Now that was unusual, but she remained composed. Perhaps she thought, my son, Crybaby, is out helping somebody, or perhaps he's out looking for chaos with Princess, or maybe they're in trouble. But she just let it go. Some things were better revealed in time. When the service ended, Pastor Shepherd stepped forward with a warm smile. He said, before you head out, we have a small change of plans. It's not on the program. A ripple moves through the room. I'd like for everybody to make their way to the fellowship hall. There's something waiting. Now, this was definitely not on the schedule. Lucinda raised an eyebrow slightly but said nothing. The doors to the fellowship hall swung open, and at that moment, the mystery revealed itself. Happy Mother's Day! The banner stretched across the room, bright and proud. painted in bold colors, clearly by many different paws. Tables were set, decorations were hung, slightly crooked, but hung with heart. And there, standing beneath that banner, was Crybaby, Lucinda's son. His tail wagged nervously, his ears slightly back, his eyes shining. "Surprise, Mama," he said. Lucinda stopped. Just for a second, the world stood still. Chaos burst out from behind the table. "We did it," he barked proudly, knocking over a chair in the process. Princess stepped forward more gracefully. "It was a coordinated effort, Aunt Lucinda," she said mostly. Andy and Mandy both waved from the side, both grinning from ear to ear. Even old man Darby stood over in the corner, pretending not to be impressed. But he was. Lucinda walked slowly forward. Her eyes moved across the room. She was tearing up a little bit. Every detail, every effort, every small imperfection. It was beautiful. Every piece of it was beautiful. On the table was her favorite meal. Simple, familiar, and perfect. Dry kibble with some mackerel mixed in, just the way she liked it. Crybaby stepped forward, carefully holding something in his paw. "I made you something," he said. Lucinda lowered her head gently. In his paw was a small collar medallion, handmade, carved with care. Not perfect, but filled with meaning. On it was a tiny pup, and beside him a larger hound, watching, protecting, teaching, and loving. Lucinda didn't speak at first. She simply looked at it, then at him, and through tears she looked back at it again. "You remembered," she said softly. Crybaby nodded. "You always took care of me," he said. "I just wanted to show you I remember." Lucinda leaned forward and gently touched her nose to his. And then she did something the cadets didn't often see. She closed her eyes, just for a moment. And when she opened them again, there was warmth there, deeper than words. "My son," she said quietly, "this is the greatest honor you could give me." Around the room, the cadets watched. Not a sound. Even chaos was still. Lucinda turned to face them all. "You've done something special today," she said. "You've remembered something important." She looked from one to the next. Obedience, purpose, and service. That's our academy motto, she smiled. She paused. And love. Chaos raised a paw. "Does this mean we get to eat now?" The room erupted in laughter. Lucinda smiled. "Yes, Chaos. It means we get to eat." And in that fellowship hall, under that banner made with love, surrounded by laughter and stories and tails wagging, Lucinda sat with her son, wearing her new medallion, holding on to a moment she would never forget. Now, the moral of this story is sometimes the greatest gifts aren't the ones you are given. Sometimes it's the ones that you never forgot. Beagle Book Club. Honor in the chase, respect the harvest, and there's legacy in the land. Thank you for listening tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. This was my Mother's Day story. It'll be published on Facebook and TikTok soon. Thank you so much for listening. This has been a Beagle Book Club story. And I'm going to end it there, folks. Thank you for being there. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you on the next one. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, X, Rumble, Spotify. I'm just about everywhere. For a poor country boy that grew up in a swamp called TicBite, you can sure find my ugly face a lot of places. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed it, give me a link, give me a like.
When our good intentions only got in the way, and I almost never know what I should say.
I'm trying to see the screen over here. Hey guys, thanks for being here.